Good morning. It's almost afternoon here, and we've stopped to have lunch at Chattahoochee Gap. And I'm gonna switch this around and show you what we're having for lunch. We have some salami and Wisconsin Swiss cheese that we got in Neal's Gap on a tortilla. And at home this might not be that good, but right now it's pretty delicious.
Sure.
So this is Chattahoochee Gap.
So it's been foggy and misty all morning. It's starting to warm up just a little now at noon.
It's still pretty cold. It was quite cold last night. It rained. We haven't seen the sun more than 10 minutes in the last 4 days, at least. This is what we call the real Appalachian Trail. Straight ahead there. And I'm going to pan around. You can see Kurt is down climbing up. Come on.
There's a good
All right.
orthopod in Helen.
A good orthopod in Helen, apparently. All right, so we're gonna fill in some gaps from the last 2 days. Go ahead, Kurt.
All right, so this episode is all about what's called trail magic, which you hear about or read about a lot in terms of when random acts of kindness occur across the trail. And we've experienced it actually twice. So yesterday we were coming down from
Cow Rock Mountain.
Cow Rock Mountain to
Just before to Tesnati Gap.
Tesnati Gap. And then after Tesnati Gap, we had a really tough climb ahead of us, 500 feet in less than half a mile. So we were really sucking gas, and it was really, we really weren't looking forward to it. We were really tired, we were really thirsty. And in the parking lot at that gap was a man who had a SUV, and he had tables set up, and he had lemonade and chocolate milk and cookies and brownies and granola bars. Earlier in the day, he actually had pulled pork and potato salad and beans, which he said the locust descended upon and ate all of it. But we were there for 15 minutes, and we ate cookies and brownies and had lemonade, chocolate milk, and it really revitalized us. And so we were able to make it up Wildcat Mountain. And then when we got down from that, we were at Hog Pen Gap. And as we were crossing the road to continue on the AT, Sue noticed that there was a Wisconsin license plate in a car that had just driven up. And so we walked behind, this lady got out, and it turns out she's from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, and her husband is going on the trail with a buddy of his now that he met on the trail. She had some problems with her foot, so wasn't able to continue, but she was helping them for the first couple weeks to get on the trail. So we talked and we met and went on our way, and we capped at Low Gap Mountain, right?
Low Gap.
Low Gap shelter, and it was really cold and it rained in the morning, and we got up and decided to hike on, and we went 10 miles today.
Yeah.
Okay. And
We went a little farther than we were planning to, because I have been having some plantar fasciitis, and so I wanted to get a insert for my shoe.
Okay. So anyway, we went further than we wanted to. We did a lot of ups and a treacherous down to get to what's called Unicoi Gap. And then we wanted to get a shuttle or find some way to get into Helen, which is a town 9 miles away, that we could go to a store to get an insert for Sue's shoes. We could get some new tips for our hiking poles. And because tomorrow morning we have a really high climb that we've got to start. So we're there with our cell phones clicking away trying to find a shuttle to Helen when this same lady, Els Anderson from Mineral Point, shows up in her SUV and says, "You guys want to ride anywhere?" And so she took us into Helen. She dropped us off at an outfitter. Didn't have what we needed, but anyway, she knew where an outfitter was. Dropped Sue off at the pharmacy to get an insert, and then dropped us off at our hotel. So within the first 7 days, we've experienced 2 episodes of trail magic, for which we are deeply appreciative.
She's an angel.
And her husband's a farmer and raises beef.
Here we are in Helen, Georgia, which turns out to be a very German town. Pretty amazingly German. And we are on our way to a German restaurant for some supper. I'm hoping for Wiener Schnitzel. So here we are also in Helen, and there is this gorgeous stream that runs pretty much all the way from Unicoi Gap, where we got off the trail, to Helen. And it's a trout stream, although it sounds like they stock trout in here, and they also stock bass. But it's a beautiful stream. So here we are at the restaurant that we were recommended to go to, Old Heidelberg. There's a big beer garden here. You can see this area is very, very German. That's all for today. I should be able to upload this tonight and you guys can see where we're at.